From Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this evening, let us talk about important matters. The Zimbabwe government has accused the American government for meddling in its affairs, and recently, a set of USAID employees were deported from Zimbabwe, and they were accused of meddling in the affairs of Zimbabwe. And we need to take a look on what really transpired and what really happened. We saw the reports from the American government where they were actually blasting the Zimbabwean government for not deporting some respectable people or diplomats. And the Zimbabwean government, through George Charamba, they are actually responding to these American allegations. And we need to take a look onto the responses right here. So this is Matthew Miller, who is a State Department spokes, and he said the government of Zimbabwe recent maltreatment of USAID team was an egregious, unacceptable action contrary to the government. And in response, Jochar, he thinks commitment to reforms equates to tolerating US challenge to our sovereignty. America will be hugely disappointed. So they're accusing this team of USAID of coming to Zimbabwe to try and impose some things on the Zimbabwean people. In fact, they're actually saying that that team was on a mission to try and remove the current government. So right here, Alan Markham was responding to some allegations that he met with the team from USAID who are being labeled CIA agents by the government of Zimbabwe. And he said they were regularly known people who work and assess aid projects both in Africa and further afield, some based in consulting from our neighboring countries. And as can see, you see an enemy everywhere. Best you look in a mirror. Okay. So this was a response to Matigari, who had said the Biden regime is whining and embittered that our government kicked out CIA agents masquerading as USAID human rights assessors. The Biden regime must know that Zimbabwe is a sovereign country and US is not anyone's supervisor. Samantha must cool her heels. So this is what is happening at this moment in time. And we need to take a look on what Don Zamsoro said, which is a very clear. He said, they met you rusty. You even savaged your colleagues, including Jamisa. You can publish details. So it shows that this is a serious matter, but the major problem is that we are seeing the presidential spokesperson chief coming on X responding to these issues publicly. The major question is, what were these people doing? Were they posing a danger to the nation of Zimbabwe? Why is it that the collaborators were not arrested? Collaborators were not also arrested if there was a commission of a crime. That is very, very important, because personally I believe that if there is enough intelligence to tell that something that is happening, we need to say a threat to your sovereignty when people are committing a crime, because yes, today you deport them, but tomorrow they'll simply send another set of people who will come to complete what they've started. So in my own view, this is a personal view, I don't think that if America wants to send some people, they will have to send them as USAID agents or assessors. I believe that they have more complicated ways to send their CIA agents if they want to. So can we rule out the existence of CIA agents in Zimbabwe. We do not know if we can rule out that because there are a lot of people around the world, some who are not even Americans, who can be enrolled into CIA and who can be actually sent to countries like Zimbabwe, and there won't be any suspicion. This is my own view. This is how I view things. So taking a look on a country like America, its possibilities, and especially when it comes to Zimbabwe, I don't believe that they will deploy some people disguised as USAID agents, and they'll be exposed in such a way. So if they wanted to meet any officials, I believe that there were so many ways to meet them. This is my own belief, my own thinking. I was just trying to research to find out how can these people come to Zimbabwe, meet some officials, what would be the objective, how are they going to do it. So from simple logic and research, it shows that the way USAID agents were kicked as CIA agents, personally, I view it as something which was done only to spite America, not to deal with any threat which these people were posing. But we wait to see, because once they met you, Rusty, and George threatened to publish details. So if there are details, how did they get these details? That is very, very, very significant and very important. So maybe through the interrogation, they got some details. Maybe they got some things from the phones of these people. Maybe it's a great possibility. But taking a look on this tweet, it doesn't mean, or it doesn't point to Nelson Chamisa being involved in anything. This is Rusty, and is actually being accused of saying something bad about Nelson Chamisa and some colleagues within the democratic movement. So the major question is, are they going to publish details, or what are they going to use these details for? We do not know. So at this moment in time, a lot is happening, and a lot of people are being accused. Dara Blessed Mhlanga also was accused of meeting these people, and in response, he said, "I'm a journalist, and in this discharge of my duties, I meet everyone who matters or does not matter to gather information. I meet diplomats, thieves, corrupt people, ruling elites, and right here, Don Zamsoro said, the 4 USAID illegal entrants are everyone. And you are the only journalist here, the only one worth meeting. You better shut up." So we wait to see what is going to happen next. And I believe that if there is anything which is threatening to the government of Zimbabwe, we would have seen all these people involved being arrested. But the fact that they were not arrested, or they are yet to be arrested, it means there's no threat to talk about at this point in time. But the major question is, why is it that we are seeing all these clashes happening? And remember, there is a thinking that the Americans are working with a certain faction within ZANU-PF. This is a thinking which is going around, and they want to try by all means possible to make sure that such people are not happening. But can the Americans influence decisions to be made in Zimbabwe? I doubt, because Zimbabwe does have its own security setup, which is different to so many countries, and that makes it difficult for the Americans to actually come and make decisions in Zimbabwe. It's difficult for Americans to overthrow a government, especially like in Zimbabwe, because of the security status of Zimbabwe. So I don't see anything like that going forward or proceeding right here in Zimbabwe. If there is anything which is going to happen, it will be as a result of kutokonyana kune kuchiitwa nevakuru zvine zvazotsamwisawo vamwe. So I believe that if there is anything which is going to happen, it will come from within, not from without. This is my own thinking. So we'll continue to watch and see in Zimbabwe what is going to happen. What are they going to say? How are they going to deal with this matter? and end this matter. But this is what is happening. They are actually accusing the Americans of trying to come and impose something on Zimbabwe. So no more details are available except the fact that some USAID agents were deported and they were labeled CIA agents. And according to the reports, they were arrested, they were interrogated, and they were forced. Their phones were accessed and they were deported. This is what the Americans said. So this is what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. We'll continue to monitor and see what is really taking place. So were these really CIA agents? Nobody knows, and nobody understands. Now, why are they sending any agents to Zimbabwe? For what purpose? To achieve what? It's a complicated matter, and we'll continue to watch and see how everything is going to unfold.